Hi, this is Robin Sampson with BibleJournalClasses.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this page that I made in Photoshop, but we're going to make it in Canva. Go to Canva.com and sign up for a free account. And the first thing you're going to go to is create a design. And we're going to go to custom size, and you want this to be able to print out on your printer, so we're going to go to inches, 11 by 8.5. Create new design. They have a lot of different things here that you could use if you wanted to, but we're going to make ours from scratch. So when I go to uploads, you can see several from my Hearing God kit are already there. But I put all the things that I want to use in one folder on my computer here in Discover God's Lessons. So I'm going to upload all those. And you can watch my Photoshop video if you want to understand more how it works. So now we're going to go and use the background to start. And it's 11.5 by 8, so we're going to fill the whole background, and I'm going to lock it. That's important, so it doesn't move all over the place while we add other images. So now I'm going to start with the verse. Just click on it and the verse will go there, and then I'll put that on the page. Elements, and there is my journaling, because I'm going to journal about Romans 10:17, and I already have my journaling in here, so I'm going to drag and drop that. All you have to do is go to the edge and pull it, and I'm going to put this little frame around the verse. And when I put in this little journal card, if you go over here to edit, there is a drop shadow option. And we're just going to apply a drop shadow to make it stand out a little bit more. We'll go back to the uploads. And basically all we're going to do is drag and drop each item. This one is the 3 lines that I had wanted to accent on this lesson. Faith is not about effort. Of course, if you were doing this, let me show you how you do it yourself if you didn't have the words in there. You just go to text, and I add subheading, and it says faith is not then you would size it by dragging the corner. I'm going to make this all smaller, but while we're working in it, I wanted it to make it big so you could see what I was doing. You can change the text. You can write in handwriting, and that'll come up. Okay, so faith is not, and about effort. So we're going to go get the text again, subheading, about effort. And this is a journaling part. This is where you spend time thinking about what you're writing and what it means to you, and that's what Bible journaling is all about. And then I'd like to use that same font, make it a little bit bigger. In fact, that probably should be lowercase. Faith is not about effort. It's about listening. Now you don't have to, I'm going to change the font. You don't have to be a writer to Bible journal. You can copy and paste things from the lesson, which is just as fine, but it's still you paying attention to the lesson. Okay, so now, make that a little bit smaller. We're going to take all of these, select each one, and then we're going to group it by Command-G on a Mac, Control-G on a PC. So that's what I wanted. Now I'll make it smaller, and I'm going to put it right there. Okay, let's go back to our uploads. And this is called a cluster journal, or a journal cluster. And this is how I do all the work for you. If you don't know how to make a cluster, I've done it for you, and it's in the kit. Let me go over real fast and show you where this kit is. If you go to my Etsy shop, it's Bible Journal Love Etsy shop. And here is the kit. You can see that it has all these different, the verses, the memory dex cards, the clusters, all kinds of elements, the journal pages, and you can upload all of these into Canva. And then these are the journal stacks, real popular. The flower bouquets, the ladies from the 50s. So now we're going to get a journal, a cluster. Click on it, and it'll pop up there. Put it right there. And then something I did here that I show you how to do in Photoshop is I took this little bow, and I took the phone, and I put them so they went together. And I don't think you can do that in Canva. That's a Photoshop trick. So I push those two together so that the bow needs to come on top. And it looks like they're together. So I'm going to group those, Command G or Control G on a PC, and make it much smaller. And it's going to go right here. Then I use the word listen as a title. I'm having trouble because I keep dragging and dropping, and you don't do that in Canva. You only do that in Photoshop. So I'm just going to click on it. And in Photoshop, you can do a lot more, but you can do just a huge amount in Canva. This little crossbar here with the arrows lets you drag and drop it into a place, and then you're going to have to keep making it smaller to fit in this little box here, and then work with it. And if you hit Command plus, it'll make it a lot bigger, and you can work with it easier. And I'm going to lock some of these layers. So they don't move when I put other things in it. Okay, here's my text about Philip. We used Philip talking to the Ethiopian as a lesson of hearing God, that sometimes hearing God always starts with Scripture. But in Philip and the Ethiopian's case, it showed where Philip had to explain to him what he was reading. And that's what I do. That's my job in this life, is helping people understand Scripture. So I make classes at BibleJournalClasses.com. And you can go to Bible Journal Classes and see, we're right now doing Discovering God's Voice. But you can see that there's a lot of other classes. There's topical and chronological. So topical, there's several different ones. Proverbs 31, Bible Women, Discovering How to Renew Your Mind, etc. And then there's also historical classes where we go through 12 months. You can go through the entire Bible in each, I'm sorry, that keeps popping up, era, creation era, patriarchal era, Exodus, conquest, Judges, etc., all the way down to the Jesus, the gospel area, the church area, and the missions era. So that's something, if you want to get a good view of the whole Bible. And here's one that sums it all up. In 30 days, you can get a whole overview of the whole Bible, 12 Bible eras. That's probably the one class I recommend to everybody if you're not familiar with the Bible to start with, because it gives you a great overview to see the Bible as one unified story while you Bible journal. Let's go back to Canva. And now we're going to put a couple little flowers. And because I've locked that other area, it doesn't move. if you have trouble with everything moving. And then I'm going to edit and add a drop shadow to the flower. It gives it more realistic look. And I have a little dragonfly. And when you use this little icon with the corners, it's going to make it tilt a little. And also, we're going to edit it and put a drop shadow. And we'll even do this page lift on it. See how it looks like it's flying? You can zoom in and out by hitting Command Z on a Mac, or Command plus on a Mac and Control plus on a PC, or Command minus on a Mac and Command minus on a PC. Go back to the uploads, and I have another flower. We'll put that one down here. So it's just dragging and dropping pretty. You don't have to be an artist. The only real thing on this page that is missing from this page is I was unable to color. I'm able to color the Bible by using the lighten in Photoshop. Besides that, everything else works about the same. And Canva's free. So you could have put a butterfly. I've got a little bit more text here that I'm missing. And we'll put that in this box so we can see it better. Command plus, Command plus. And we're going to put that layer, send backwards because the phone's going to go over it, but we want to move that phone, which I locked, and move that over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here is the page in Canva. It's a lot easier than you think. Let me grab my lady. And put her over here. And look at that. We've Bible journaled a page in Canva. And it's so much, I mean, you don't have to pay for Canva, so that's the big draw. Let's put a drop shadow on her. And here we have the page. Now, let's say you want to save it, download it to your computer. They recommend a PNG, I recommend a PDF. And you can flatten it. You could include notes. You can download it as a PDF and you can print it right from your computer, or you can save it and again so that you can share it in the Facebook group what you've done. So to share it as a, say, download as a JPEG, and it's going to be 2000, which is plenty, by 1545. And the quality, I like to get 100% of the quality. So download a JPEG, and then you can go to our Facebook group and save it, share it with us just so we can see what you did. Now, I made this video kind of quick, so if you have a question on how to do what I just showed you, if I made you confused, please comment and tell me exactly what part you would like me to do over or better, and I will be glad to do it and share it with you in the Facebook group. Bye-bye for now.